my name is Corey Lear. I am the Director of Communications with the Senior Companies. Welcome to the Senior Podcast Show. And we have a very special guest here today from Town Village of Sterling Heights, Julie Nobles.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you so much for joining us. We have a really great show. Our previous show talked a lot about family harmony, and if you or your family member is in the process of choosing senior living, and maybe there's somebody who is a little concerned about that transition, whether that is you as a resident or it is another family member, how do we go about navigating those situations? Because sometimes they do come from crisis situations. However, they don't have to be, because senior living is not what it used to be. And there are so many different levels of care, or not, or you don't have to have it. Exactly. So, but before we get into that, down that road, Julie, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what led you to senior living?
Sure, absolutely. I've been in senior living for about 3.5 years. I come from 17 years of being a landlord and being in property management. I really enjoy what I do. It's more intimate, it's more fun, it's more social. I have fun every day, and I get to meet a lot of people and help a lot of families. So I really love my job.
Julie mentioned to us that previous to senior living, she managed 1,000-unit.
I did 1,000 units.
That's
it was
crazy.
Non-stop. I used to sleep in my office sometimes. And
that's not good.
No evictions for me anymore. I just get to have fun and help people and eat and listen to live music. So I really enjoy what I do, and I hope you will come visit us. Yes.
Where was that property located?
In Sterling Heights.
Was it?
Yes,
Wow.
yes. In
That's
Sterling
crazy.
Heights.
So you still kept in the same hood. You just changed.
Exactly. I've never lived in Sterling Heights, but I've worked here for over 20 years now. Oh. So I really enjoy the area. It's not too bad of a commute from my home.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So I know that you said it's more intimate. Can you tell us what your favorite thing about working at Town Village is?
Yes, absolutely. My favorite thing about working at our community, Town Village, Sterling Heights, and helping individuals and their families is really just getting to know the people who are visiting and what led them to us. And usually when people come in and visit, the first couple minutes are a little shaky. You're not sure if we're the right fit or why we're here or why we're even looking. And by us just getting to know each other and me really listening to what you want and need, us exploring, having fun together, getting to meet employees and residents who live there, I just get to really get to know you better. It's like having a new friend, and I love showing options and giving you resources. And then my favorite part is really when you move in and I get to see your home and how you decorated and what you brought from home, what makes you unique and your home unique. It's just like watching HGTV and getting to have like a home makeover all the time. I really love it.
I bet some of the residents probably go in and out and like, wow, that's a good idea. I didn't think about putting that there. I'm going to do that in my apartment.
Exactly.
I know I would. I need some design help. So maybe from all of your expertise in that area of seeing new residents, you can help me.
I would be happy to help you.
Seriously, when we go on tours with a model, I'm always like, who decided this? Because this looks so good.
This
Can they
looks
please
nice.
come to my house?
Let's just move it to my living room.
They won't miss an entire lamp.
Of course not.
So I appreciate that. I do think getting to know people is the best part of all of our jobs. Being able to take that time out and just make that human connection, I think makes all of us feel good.
Yeah, it makes us feel more comfortable, and I'm happy to listen to your journey and your stories and kind of help you with the transition. I'm here to be a resource to you and your family and support you, whether it's now or 10 years down the line. I'm going to be here to support you.
Yeah, absolutely. So the community that Julie works at offers a couple of different levels of care. However, before we get into exactly what her community specifically offers, I really want to talk about what does senior living look like, because not every community offers the same level of care, whether that's independent, assisted living, and memory care. They vary greatly in the services that are offered, but typically the amenities are the same. So, Julie, can you tell us a little bit about what independent living in general is?
Sure. Independent living would be great for a new resident who's coming from their home or maybe another like apartment community setting who will just benefit from a little bit of extra services. So you're going to have your own apartment home. You can decorate it how you like. You're going to have your own kitchen. You can cook your own meals. You absolutely can bring a car, your pet. You can absolutely have people spending the night, coming to meals, coming to activities with you. But you're also going to benefit from everything else. We offer free unlimited dining from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can eat as many meals as you want, so maybe you cook breakfast yourself and then go have steak for lunch. We're going to offer housekeeping services, help you change your bed linens, clean your kitchen, clean your bathroom, take out your trash. We're going to be able to help you with laundry if you need. So really, you're going to get the help with what you need when you need it. If you need no help at all, that's great. You have an apartment with extra benefits when you want it. But as you need more help, we're going to be here to support you and give you all these extra services. And a lot of them are already built into the rental rate. So
you'd be silly not to take advantage of it.
exactly.
I think that's some of the biggest misconceptions too, when people are like, oh, I'm moving into, they always just call it assisted living.
Yeah, and I think I heard a lot of the fear is I don't want to lose my independence.
Yeah. That's
And
the opposite.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I mean, there are so many great things to choose from that you can continue to do the things you love. And you don't, like Julie said, you don't have to use all the amenities. It's just there if you think you want to
And
try
you're not
it.
trapped there. You can still go on vacation with your family. It's not like you have to ask permission to leave.
No, if you want to tell us, we want to hear where you're going, but you don't have to tell us anything. You might even find things that you didn't even know you like to do, or you might meet new friends. I just love when a new resident moves in and they're starting to make friends and figuring out who goes to lunch at this time and who's going on what outing. And it's just really fun to see a new resident, how they blossom and bloom as they're in a community, getting interaction, getting engaged and being stimulated and having fun things to do. You sit outside in any part of our community and you're going to make a friend. Mm-hmm. And that's really the benefit to living in a community is you're social and you get all the help you need when you need it. So
yeah, that's absolutely true. It's time for the Senior Podcast Show, Senior Spotlight, where seniors share their stories.
My husband passed away in 2017 and I had a house. And so my son and I decided that he didn't want me to live alone. So I said, well, what are we going to do, And he says, well, we'll just sell the house and we'll find you a nice place to live. I have everything I need right here. That's my bedroom, my living room, my computer room, my entertainment room, my bar is over there, and that's my little kitchen. I feel I have my family here around me, my pictures, my sisters, my children, and my husband. So I'm very comfortable here.
I like that you said, too, you can do as much as you want or nothing.
Yes.
No one makes you do things.
No. It's left up to you how active you want to be. It's senior living. You're supposed to be able to do some things for yourself, but some people need just a little more care, so they have facilities for that.
So then, thank you for explaining independent living. What would a typical assisted living resident, what would they maybe expect in that sort of setting?
So our assisted living residents are going to get a lot of the same great benefits like help with meals, help with housekeeping, maintenance repairs, transportation services, really amazing activities. But we're also going to be able to support you through our care team. Our care manager, Joy, is amazing. She's going to be able to support you and offer assistance with things like bathing assistance, continence care, getting you to and from the restaurant, helping you get dressed, helping you get everything in place for the evening, helping you with your medication. So you get the help you need when you need it. It's very fluid. We can add support, remove support. Maybe you're coming out of a rehab setting following a bad fall, and you just need a little extra support with, combing your hair and getting dressed and bathing. We're here to support you with all of that as you need it.
And then if they find that they do need help in the midst of the day, how do they let you know about it?
So we do provide a Life Alert bracelet or necklace, and you can press that button at any time, and we're going to be able to find you wherever you are within our community. Maybe you're in the pool, maybe you're in our restaurant, and they're going to be able to support you and offer you assistance wherever you are. And then if it's scheduled care, let's say you like to have breakfast at a certain time, we're going to know that. It's going to be part of your care plan. You can rely on us. You can depend depend on us, and we're going to be able to assist you. We also have 24-hour concierge that can assist you, answer questions, and our care team is available 24 hours a day as well, and they're going to be able to answer your calls or respond to your life alert button.
That's just like a hotel. I mean,
Yeah.
not the alert button, but the 24-hour concierge. That's
Yes.
just like a hotel.
And it sounds like to me then the difference between an independent and assisted may be that a resident needs a little bit more assistance with their activities of daily living when they're in assisted living. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah, so the independent still come and go, do as you want.
Yeah.
Same thing with assisted. However, the independent folks aren't getting help with toileting and dressing and bathing.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's nice that those services are available too, because then you can stay in the same place longer, you know, you
Yes.
have more options.
Exactly. And can you imagine having to move to a new community just because you need a little bit extra care? What about all those friends you've made? That would be so hard to have to start all over again just because you now need a little bit of extra help. And it's nice you can stay with us as long as you like. As you age, we can provide the care you need.
Yeah, especially that would be silly for like a shower. Hey, I just need help with a shower a couple times a week. Oh, gotta move.
Yeah.
That'd be terrible.
Yeah, I would. A move in general is hard. Adding on multiple moves, I mean,
Yeah, it's not fun at any age, especially then.
there are some times, though, I imagine, where a resident would need to make a move to a different location. I imagine maybe in the situation of needing memory care. Can you walk us through what memory care looks like in a senior living community?
Sure. So memory care in a senior living community is just going to be able to provide your loved one with a more intimate, more secured environment. The staffing ratio is going to be higher. There's going to be a nurse on staff that's there to support you and your loved one. We're going to have support from visiting physicians, physical therapists, skilled nursing, even hospice may be brought in the future. And everything in our memory care neighborhood is going to be catered for residents living with a dementia diagnosis or a memory care diagnosis. And then our employees are trained to support. All of our employees are certified dementia practitioners, including our housekeeper, our maintenance staff, all of us directors. So we're able to provide support and care not only in good moments, but maybe the more tricky, difficult moments. And that's what we're trained for. Everything is going to be catered to those residents. So we're going to offer amazing meal options, but maybe less complicated. We're going to offer amazing engagement through our activity program that runs 7 days a week. Our outings are thoughtful. They're more small and intimate so that we're sure we're safe. And then the rooms are going to be a little bit more intimate. But what's nice is it's geared for residents living with a dementia diagnosis.
And there's usually a secured unit.
Completely secured. There's cameras. There's an employee 24 hours a day that would be buzzing you in. So you can sleep easy knowing that your loved one is in a safe, secured environment.
That's the most important part.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You want to make sure that safety is key.
Yeah, and I think because sometimes with the dementia diagnosis, confusion and wandering is not atypical. So you want to make sure that everyone's safe and sound.
Absolutely. And I think it's amazing too that your entire team at Town Village of Sterling Heights has taken that extra step to get the team who's going to care for the residents one-on-one certified.
It's amazing. We really need to know the mind frame of our residents and what they're experiencing. And anybody who's taken a certified dementia practitioner course, it's amazing how much you learn, and you really can empathize with our residents and what they're going through and how they hear things and see things and what they're feeling. So we really are very supportive and really thoughtful in everything we do, even how our layout is planned. It's for residents living with dementia. Yeah.
That's amazing. That really is. I think and helping them find their purpose again and helping them just navigate. Because like you said, some days they might be here and they might be more lucid, and then other days, they need a little bit more help. And it sounds like you guys are really there to support them as an entire team.
Yes, and communication's key. I can honestly say our nurse and wellness director and our executive director are amazing at communicating with our family. So if we have any concerns or we have a great solution or we thought of a new option for your family, we're going to communicate that. We're not going to just change a level of care or make recommendations without getting your input and really taking the time to meet with your family and explain where we're coming from and what our thoughts are.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So you mentioned that at Town Village specifically, someone can still stay in the same setting if they're moving from independent to assisted living services. But can you give us an example of what it may look like when a resident maybe needs to move to a memory care, that shift from being more independent to the memory care setting?
So absolutely. Basically, we would start with a family meeting and we would voice our concerns and our thoughts. And of course, we would set up an assessment through our nurse and wellness director, who will be very honest. If she feels like your loved one would thrive in a different environment or maybe would benefit from a different type of medication or added on services, we're not going to just push memory care to push it. Our goal is to be helpful and help guide you with the next steps, and we're looking out for you and your loved one. But certain behaviors that we would see where we may want to have the discussion of a transfer to our memory care neighborhood would be maybe just change in behavior, a resident's not thriving anymore, and they may come out of the room and they're not dressed appropriately. They're having word scramble. If they go to the restaurant, they may not know it's time to eat. They may not know it's time to take their medication. They may be wandering in the middle of the night or at risk to elope, which would be a very scary situation. So when we have these concerns, we try to get ahead of a major issue coming up, and we start to have a conversation about what our next steps are. And we're going to help guide you on the path to help you make the best decision for your loved one.
I think it's nice that you do offer the different levels, and I think it's really important that people are aware of what some of those little tiny changes are at first too, because like you said, some of those things are bigger changes, but it does not start like that. They just don't wake up one day with a memory impairment going, this is a pen, but I'm going to try to eat with it. So I think being aware of what some of those little changes are, because a lot of the time I think with dementia, people don't realize that it does start off more slowly. So they might be able to recognize all the names of the staff still, but then you find that they can't remember a conversation that you had earlier that day.
Exactly.
Those things like, oh, hey, Julie, how are you? And you're like, hey, I seen you about an hour ago. Did you enjoy your breakfast? What? Yeah. So being aware of those little things. And I think that communication, like you said, that's when you start heading off those conversations, and whether that's the family noticing that before they make a relocation into a community like yours, or it's with you guys, because you are there to be able to guide people and teach them those things too, especially when you have those certifications. You can say, these are some things that we're starting to notice. Are you noticing them too? That memory care might not be appropriate yet, but we're working our way. So, let's have a couple of check-ins in the daytime. If they're in the independent thing, we might just check on them a couple more times a day just to make sure that everything is good, that they're safe.
Exactly. And quality of life is the most important thing, and making sure our residents have their dignity. As we start to have concerns as the support staff, you're going to have those too as a loved one. You're going to notice the same things we're noticing, and when these conversations come up, it's usually not a surprise. And we'll just, guide you through the path of figuring out what's going to be the very best step for your loved one. We're here to support you.
And that's also, I think, another great benefit of senior community living is that you have that little bit of oversight, somebody else to be alert of what's going on and paying attention to your loved one, because often it's when we're in the same routine, sometimes it's hard to see with a fresh perspective.
Yeah, those little changes that you might pick up on that I'm not, because I'm just used to my mom always forgetting her things, right?
Absolutely. I can tell you immediately when a resident's behavior is changing. I've had a couple situations that have come up, like where I had a resident who just out of nowhere started speaking in different language and couldn't click back. And I was able to reach out to their family, and we were able to provide support. Turns out it was just a UTI, which sometimes happens, but I know my residents so well, and so does our team. We see them every day. Yeah. We love them. We support them. So we know when there's a change of behavior, and we know how to offer solutions and support to your family.
That is, Audra's right. Like, that's a huge, huge benefit. And I think a lot of time, like, people are so busy that I think seniors, like you said, who are younger would really benefit too, just because families are so much busier now. Their children are doing 15 different activities.
Exactly.
People are working longer due to all the different changes, all this inflation that we have going on. People have to have those income streams for longer, so people aren't as readily available to like go to doctor's appointments and take their extended family to those things. And I think just having that backup, you just grow your family a little larger by, 100.
Yeah, 24 hour support. We can help with anything, whether you're calling your loved one and they're not picking up the phone. I can't tell you how many things I help with. I decorated 30 Christmas trees last year.
Wow. Oh my
I
gosh.
opened up detergents. I reset Wi-Fi. That's what I'm here for. I'm saving you and your family those trips that aren't always necessary. I'm happy to, open a Clorox container for your mom or dad.
Like, you're so strong, Julie. Why are you going right now? You stay? So thank you so much for helping us learn a little bit more about the difference between independent, assisted, and memory care. If you have more questions, obviously you can always reach out to Audra and myself, and we'll provide that contact information later. But can you tell us more about Town Village specifically? Like, you guys have some amazing amenities. You have amazing events.
Absolutely. So Town Village Sterling Heights is really like living on a cruise ship. And what's nice is as we age and we need more support, you don't have to leave our community. You can keep either adding on care or if ever needed, transition in memory care. So at Town Village, what we offer is free weekly housekeeping, free daily activities, free daily transportation. We cover almost all the utilities. Our dining program is amazing. We offer free unlimited dining from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We offer 81 different food options. We have daily specials that change every day. We even offer steak and salmon.
I'm
time is
hungry.
lunch?
I know. I'm hungry. Can I come?
Anytime you want. There's no
Starving.
assigned seating, no assigned times. Can you imagine having to sit with someone that you don't necessarily like that much? So there's always room for friends and family to eat with you. We have an amazing activity program that runs 7 days a week. We offer anything from like bingo, church services, a book club, live performances, cocktail hours, exercise classes 6 days a week, whether it's in our fitness center or in our pool. We're doing fun outings, themed parties, trivia, 6 different card groups meet, and we're really thoughtful and engaging in how we plan these activities. You can even attend a meeting each month to help us plan our fun outings and the activities inside our community. You can also bring recipes to our menu chat, and we'll go ahead and put some of your recipes on our menu, and we can enjoy it and brag about how amazing you are, and thank you for sharing that. And then our community is like amazing. It has so many amenities. So we have like a big craft room where we'll buy all your crafting supplies. We have an auditorium and chapel where we're watching movies and concerts and series, and speakers are come speaking to us. We play trivia. We play video games. We have rosary. We have Catholic church service, non-denominational church service. We have a library.
Wait, what don't you have?
I know.
So we would love for you to come visit our community. We have big parties every month. We actually have a Halloween party coming up on October 27th. We have a DJ and Jell-O shots and a live performer and food. So anybody's welcome. It's a really fun community. It's very social. You're going to get out of our community whatever you want to get out of it. So if your goal is to make friends, you sit down anywhere for 5 minutes, you're going to make a friend.
That's true.
So if maybe a resident who's not sure what community would be a best fit for them, could they come and experience some of those activities?
Yes, we would love for you to join in on any of our activities, stay for a meal. Our activity calendar is uploaded to our community website every single month. If you get on our email list or mailing list, we'll mail you one each month, 7 days a week. Myself and Lynn, who works with me, would be happy for you to come visit. Bring your friends, come on and visit with us. We would love to meet you.
The only other question I have, which kind of revolves, so like Audra said, if people want to come into the community, you obviously gave them a grand welcome just now. But what kind of questions should residents ask at the first meeting?
So that's going to vary for each person who's coming to visit. I always say every visit is catered to that exact person who's visiting. But I would always recommend going over what services are offered, what's the lease term. are there any incentives you're offering? I would always, always, always recommend that you stay for a meal or try to participate in the activities. Most important part of a community is, do you like the people who live there? Do you like the people who work there? Do you like the food? That's one of the best benefits of living in a community is all the great services like the food. Or are the activities thoughtful? Or is anybody showing up? Does anyone even live here? So I really recommend just sitting there and figuring out what's important to you. So if it's the square footage of the apartment, if it's the amenities, if it's the food, come with questions. That's what we're here for. You know, we should all be experts in our community and be able to answer all your questions. But, you know, if you need a wheelchair, request that. I always say, you know, with visiting a couple communities in a day,
it's a lot.
It's
big.
a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Huge. I always recommend if you would benefit from it, requesting a wheelchair because you're going to enjoy that visit a lot more. We don't want you to miss the pool or the beauty salon or the fitness center because, you know, it's a longer tour for you. So we really want you to enjoy your time when you're with us.
That's amazing. And then what is the best way to reach you, Julie?
So our community phone number is 586-803-0900. We do have a community website, which is townvillagesterlingheights.com. You can request a brochure, do some virtual tour videos. But I think the best way to reach us would be to reach out to this team from the senior advisors, and they're going to do a lot of the hard work for you. They're going to listen to what you're looking for, your wants, your dislikes, and help narrow down the options and really support you. And I hope you will utilize them because they do a great job. We're very happy to work with them. We're very grateful.
Oh,
Thank
we
you,
appreciate your
Julie.
partnership too. We are so thankful to be able to provide the information to seniors themselves, families, and other professional partners as well. Our advising services range from if you just need a little help, you need a little resource, to the full gamut and helping you find a place and connecting you with other people who are just like Julie.
Yeah.
If you have questions, you can reach Audra and myself at 586-204-8500, or you can email me at kl@theseniormovers.com. I want to thank you both for joining me. Julie, thank you so much. Please don't hesitate to reach out to Julie if you have any questions. She really is out there to help you and assist you in that way.
I'd love to hear from you. We're there 7 days a week. Just give us a call.
She's not sleeping in her office
No.
anymore,
No,
though.
I swear.
It's not. Yeah. All right. Cheers.
right.
Thank you so much for
you
coming.
guys. Thanks for having me.
On our next episode of the Senior Podcast Show, we are going to have medical care alert, and we're going to talk
Yes.
about some fall prevention and obviously how to stay safe in whatever home you choose to live in.
We'll see you
Thank
then.
you.
See you later.
Thanks.